why we saw it with even when they played firing range, just trying to get forward, trying to get aggressive, and getting punished for it. Lucas in response. Ooh, okay. Quick hitter for 2. Make it 3. Yo! Give him the ace! Oh, mercy! Holy cow!
Now, when we're talking about identity crisis, the one thing still remains: single tap, go. Challenging him one by one like that with a sniper in his hand. We kidding? You kidding? So now, kind of shows a lot of honesty for SCE, because Mihawk now has that information that there could be a player constantly playing for that challenge, but he finds us, and now Winery's just away their confidence on this.
And this is the thing, is you can just insert Foki here, and he's good for a 1-for-1, so yep, go ahead. Rotate one over back to mid. Keep your eyes and focus purely on if you see anything as a potential indication of an execute to the other side of the map. And Lucas is just going to get to work trying to hit some wall banks. This guy's done his homework.
Nerdy. Yeah, I mean, with Bogey, especially in that position, the bomb decides to execute. He could actually catch the timing that if he finds that elimination, the bomb would drop and he would get it. Jai's going to find that first blood finally there onto Hen. That's one of the B defenders, so they're going to take that as an opportunity to make this plat execute come through. Lucason's still over here. Got that ace in the first round. He's under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, just backs away. Trust that your defense can respond with some nades to slow this down, get the rotation, in particular, Foki trying to play around the back. Tough position, though, as Reef has just gone prone. Backside tense. Clove. Shotgun up top. Difficult to deal with, and the flank is being watched, but Foki connects. Lucas in. Oh, tough hit marker. So now the threat is aware of the post plan of Stalwart. Everyone's in from the flank, and you've got all guns up, and they're not going to let him live for long. Good response from Stalwart's attack.
I will say this much: there's a whole lot of lack of information, I guess, that was coming through. So we might see Galler's try to double dip into getting one player inside of Winery, but it just the fast decision comes through, the snipe to be able to take down Hen for first blood. And then the smooth execute to bull rush all the way over towards B to overwhelm Lucason was beautiful. This time they're trying to up the pace over towards B.
Opening trade comes through. Lucason? What did he have for lunch?
Same thing.
Did we just get a Lucason POV from the rest of this map? Because holy cow! I mean, that's one by one, instant shots. Jai able to throw some response into the action with that pick, but Lucason is just Timothy.
He's got a bomb drop right in front of him too, so don't really have to do all too much. The nade comes through from Jai, and that kind of reveals the positions. That's an audio cue that Foki's going to be able to get that could be down through the mid stairs, or it could end up being through our spawn. Whether or not one of two could be true, both remaining players for Galler's are stacked.
What do you got for us, Jai? I would be sweating through my socks if I had to play a sniper rifle versus Lucason. No trophy for you. Also reveals that the threat is imminent towards trying to collect his bomb. Lucason on the hard scope. Jai, stunned in the corner. There's the slide across. What do you got? Gonna have to do it again. First shot misses. Jai is also gonna shotgun to play with, but Foki right there to meet him in the same battlefield. And that'll work for a second round for Galler's.
There was a mo where I thought the shot missed and the push with the HSO was going to come through and you could jump peek that thing pretty quickly, but not going to be the case. We got the 3 rounds in, and Galler's are absolutely firing. Sorry, Lucason is firing. Has more kills than the entire team.
It was just more kills than the entire lobby.
Yeah, I did that math quickly.
Oh, it's a treat.
It is.
Let's get into work with those same tags. I love the conditioning that's been set, though, by Galler's. Keep in mind, round 1, double hit through wine. Round 2, quick attempt for a flank. Keep Stalwart on their toes as they take this delayed approach through wine, but Galler's have played a more orthodox style of defense. And that's a defensive smoke to block the cross.
Mihawk's got to be getting nervous over there. A lot of audio sliding all up there. And they're going to end up backing down because it's all the smoke coming through inside the arches. That would delay the push. Deep smoke comes through as the fake. Galler's, they're taking the bait right now, but...
Well,
Hen is still over here for the B defense, and it's not a long rotation to come assist him.
And Hen got tagged on his rotation through mid, so I think he's going to have his eyes open. He should know that he just has to play his life. He dives into tunnel. Ooh, maybe this is not as well known as you would have figured.
I should know now.
Should. Hen, first check. Tough. And you just got to get out of there. Oh, the little red dot chase. Still underway. As Jai will find first blood onto Zeus. Mixie battle here as they're looking for more, and it's a no-scope on to Hen. So it's going to be just down to Mihawk, who can only take down a single elimination, and we're tied at 2.
Is taking the bait just ever so slightly. I mean, I think it was the smoke that comes through that covers the arch tunnel that ended up being the overall, okay, no, they are going to execute over towards this side once the smoke started dissipating, but 2 minutes is a long time, man, and SDE were able to really play that round to high effectiveness. So here's a different look now for SDE on the offense. Very fast hit down there.
It's right through tunnel. Mihawk, a little late to the party, but brings the goods. Sometimes you don't have to show up right when the invitation says to be there, as long as you're bringing the chips and salsa.
Is that real?
Yes.
All right.
Jai, a little bit of trouble here up close on B. And look at the mini-map. Stare at it. Look at those blue dots making their way around the back. Hey, how are you? Good for one. Doesn't get a read of the second, but Foki is feeling it. Meanwhile, the snipers for Stalwart both connect, and all of a sudden, this play for Gallers is almost a bit isolated until Foki comes through. 1, 2, 3. Line him up, knock him down.
Woo. Ace from Lucasen. Pop-up moment now for Foki. The player that we really wanted to see step into his own, struggled in search versus Wolves. And man, he have a good map number 1, and even better, he's just trying to catch Lucasen right now. He's just 2 behind. Now, what do you do with your SCE? Last round of offense seems to go back to the old standard. Get some wine presents, maybe get some nades, push over towards arch traps.
Mihawk drops though. That will limit how the defense can set themselves up, and Foki also take it down quickly. So it should be a pretty fast plant here for Stalwart in the 5v3. And honestly, if I were looking at one guy, I'm looking at Lucasen. Yep, that's right, Ops team. You know what I'm looking at. He's going to have to beat El Diablo right now.
No late utility coming through from Gallers, at least it looks like. The longer they wait, the more question marks that they're going to end up having. SCE still in a really good position to at least cover the flank. The only player that would be would be Hen. Zeus does find the first blood for the retake.
Just spamming through the windows. That takes down one. Here's the slide across. Lucasen, what do you got, brother? Hermano, not much. Stalwart's post plant too strong. Zeus able to connect once to try to get the hands off. It is a 3-3 half as we swap at the sides.
Go figure. Post plant retakes here on Tunisia still very difficult to do, even if you are Lucasen. So you go from here at a 3-3 dead even half, going into Tunisia. I'm looking at Clove to constantly be that real thorn in the side with his HSO shotgun, just always lurking in a lot of different locations, keeping Gallerus honest. But we've seen this from Gallers. They're very okay to leave the bomb and spawn. Just play for a good timing, and it garners the first blood.
Yeah, that's just not showing a lot of nade presence early towards A, and so Stalwart are like, let me take a look. Well, it's going to cost you.
Sure does.
Early 5v4. Focus up towards mid, and Foki gets a little bit baited right there as Jai is there to cover his other defender. That's good for a couple, but Mihawk says bet. Or whatever the Portuguese equivalent it would be.
I say bet. They have the bomb. Bomb now recovered. Look, FTX. Yeah, he's going to end up getting the ISID one. If he's going to be able to get the kill, would have been something, but Lucasen will take him down in return. But now the bomb's pancake. Over towards your spawn. Skurd is going to completely give it up, just to try to play for the rewrap over towards B, while Mihawk and Hen go for the chase.
Tons of time on the clock, so there's a lot of opportunity and option for how Gallers decide to play this 2v1. Rather for Skurd, he's just trying to beat some timing, and I don't believe he sees that. Still behind the play, but I don't think he knows that he is chasing footsteps right now.
Oh, he is chasing ghosts hard right now. There is no way that he would know. I mean, he did clear all of B. It would be astonishing if it was down that side.
There's the information. Oh, and Hen, good timing right there, has the gun up, playing the corner on the entryway, take the first opening offense.
But it's one of those gambles that when you leave the bomb come and spawn like that, and you got to go back for it because you don't have any arch presence, and it's just an isolated player trying to make that play of Lucas, and as good as he is, he will get isolated and traded out. So almost a real scary thing, but Galleris are right back into the lead. Okay. Okay.
Maybe he's born with it, maybe it's Maybelline.
Definitely born with it.
Definitely born with it. Dude, Galleris are swarming, my guy. I'm liking this tempered aggression that we're starting to see. And yeah, Chai's like, there's more than one there. I'm not interested. So we'll rotate the bomb to B. Possibility to trap the offense here with that long route coming from FDX.
Full coverage around the bomb site. Nade is going to land inside a tunnel ever so slightly, but it's not going to connect with anything. This nade will definitely.
That will. Doesn't stop the plant though. Reset now coming through. 2v2 on the bottom side at B. 1v2 the other directions. Lucas has been aware of the threat, but Jai connects through tents. Voki's just going to play a corner. And the defense is going to try to take the 3v2. Because that's the idea. Stalwart taking their caps. They can find something from FDX. He gets tagged through the wall. Now the hit from the front needs to start to produce. Read for the opener. Shot over the top for Jai. Doesn't land. And that's the end of that opportunity for the retake. Galleris get to 5.
Getting loud, get their 5th round, and marching their way closer towards a tied-up series. It's exactly what you want to see from Galleris, but SCE are starting to get a little creative as far as their opening rolls are concerned. We'll have to see if they can catch any good timing up through mid to stop this very aggressive Galleris team from running them over. The bomb gets picked up initially, you know what that means from Galleris. They're going to execute a site pretty quickly. Lucasen hoping for a challenge. Again, no nades, much like we were saying.
Yep.
Hoping for someone to challenge. It's not going to come through.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
Still shame on me.
Still shame on me. Yeah.
Still shame on me.
You know, patient approach for Galleris. Feeling things out as they make their way through plants and up into the entrance to be deep smoke blocks the sniper angle. Clove has to rotate quickly to try to assist if at all possible, but honestly, this is fine for Galleris. They're already on the site. They already got some angles to challenge, and even though it's a 1-for-1, the bomb should be in a position to try to be committed, but Stalwart is going to reinforce from the front, and now Galleris are going to bail.
So much time. So much time here in this 3v4. So they're going to leave Foki behind. Oh, he's hearing me. He's hearing me, but he's not hearing the one that's crouching right around the corner.
Oh.
Hello?
Time. FDX stuck, and he's going to get isolated here. Should.
Finding so much time.
So here comes the rest of the help. Hen, thinking about the plant, and backs off. Now it's just down to can you connect 1v2. Stalwart trying to surround. Still time to play with this and isolate the angle. He catches info onto 1. He's going to try to trust the scope. Does not see Skurd walking his way up ramp, and Stalwart bring us back to within 1.
All right. Stalwart keeping themselves in the game 1 round at a time. Only trail by 1 now. They're just supposed to come through all of the innate. I'm pretty confident saying that Lucasen did drop a trophy there inside the arches, so that was probably the giveaway that somebody was lurking over there. So leaving the bomb back in spawn, nades up through mid. Galleris looking for about a double chow through mid just for that first blood, but it is a heavy stack on the A defense.
More wallbang attempts, just looking mostly, I would imagine, for information with those hit markers, but nothing going to connect initially. Lucasen on the other side, though, does find 1. Jai somehow, some way connects, and we're gonna go 4v4. Holy cow! Bomb gonna get collected. Numbers advantage now for Galleris. Even worse. Clove is pretty committed to having to play in this position. Not much space to work with, and he's gonna try to run it down and see if he can catch one off guard, which he does. But now the difficult part: 1v2 with the shotgun has to re-enter A.
Yep. Well, especially when he's in having a sniper, you know, he's gonna be well trained over towards the arches. Hen's going to go back and at least secure the flank. Yeah, Lucasen's going to be watching this.
Over-under on him hitting this first shot.
Under.
I'm taking the over, dude. He's hitting it for sure. Maybe. Clovis got himself into a pretty good spot. A couple of shots come through. Switch the weapons. 1v1. Lucasen up top. Trying to make the 180 hero play. Oh, mercy! Somehow Clove just gets into the mix, finds his way to arches, and then jumble the weapons for the 1v2.
Does hit the shot. Lands right in his knee.
Yeah.
Right.
Or angle.
The old hit marker, and then the swap to the HSO, all off of having the secondary weapon from one of his fallen comrades. That was your best bet to be able to clutch that round, young man. He's able to do it, keep things interesting, and around 11 we go.
Trophy down at mid. Stalwart just taking a quick look. But meanwhile, Gallerus have fully stacked and flooded with utility. But that smoke doesn't really cover the full crossing angle. So info is also gathered here by Stalwart. And, Gallerus are trying to take the fight to him. They're not trying to fight for the flag. They're trying to fight him on the backside of the site, and that's not going to work out. As Jai starts to heat things up for two, and Stalwart take the edge.
DKM is a dirty weapon, man. The nade gets the confirmation, then it just ADS, spam out, and just get all of the damage plus eliminations. Nice little three-piece to start that, or stop the round right before it even started. So Clove now is up to 13. What do you do now if you're Gallerus? You've been stuffed on the past several attempts. And so we're just going to go back towards a good old default. Get some information with these names over top of A, lurk inside a line, maybe delay hit through arches, but no information for SCE is all the information that this is a default.
3-2 split for the defense. Gallerus restricting any information from being gathered by staying back. Brief showing us what you can do. Put it plainly. Hit marker gives some illumination to what Gallerus are trying to do with this stack up over through wine.
Hoping for somebody to overextend here. SCE aren't going to give you that for free. Gallerus don't want to give away a free blood either.
Oh, Lucasen connects. And now you can try to flood this, because you're going to have to move this defense around. Lucasen is just continuing to hit shots. Here comes the fall down from top wine. No worries, no problems. Just up to skirt, nowhere to go. Tied at 6. How about a little bit of extra search for you?
Strap yourselves in, everybody watching. We are about to be on a wild ride. Overtime, we'll end up seeing the two teams swap sides once again. So Gallerus back over towards the defense. They love having Lucasen over towards that B-bomb site, looking for the information. Stalwart, aggression, through middle, maybe could pivot over towards Arch because it's only two players just rushing down the gun, and Cloak finds the first blood for free.
Okay, looking for more. Hit marker is going to connect. Penn is able to find one to at least trade out his life, but the shotgun continues to deal some serious damage. And that will likely be enough for this round, as Zeus will be left by himself for a 1v3.
He's got the shotgun too here, Alan. On the A-bomb side for this retake. Finds a type 6-3. But he's got whatever player he challenges first, if he doesn't rip it, it's all but over. Showing his hand a little bit here.
I mean, what are you going to do, right?
Trying to get some information. I mean, maybe.
Kobe! Doesn't quite land. Stun over the top. Part of your smoke. Just thinking a little bit of space to work with, but Stalwart, they're going to play this, very, very restrained. No reason to give anything away. Stalwart will take the edge. Okay.
Now we go back over towards the opposite side again. SC had a really good offensive half. It was a 3-3 half into another 3-3 half, but being able to claw their way back from a 5-3 deficit into this moment in time. Lucasen's up to 16 eliminations. They go for the strategy of leave the bomb in spawn to try to catch good timing. Lucasen trying to catch this timing through the blue door and the arches, but ever since that first round where they found success with it, Stalwart have never shown that again.
I love this idea for Stalwart. Again, you're at the advantage. You've got some freedom to do something crazy here in this defensive setup, and they're going for a hard 4-1 stack. Lots of trust in Jai, and why not when he's on 14? But as the round starts to develop, Stalwart will get a little antsy. He buys back over towards mid. Nade from Wine. We'll have Stalwart inching back over towards an A stack. And now it's time to start making some moves for Gallerus with 60 seconds on the clock.
Probably going to be a hard pivot to pick up that bomb and then just flood through the arches. Late nade comes through towards the middle. The map does not connect on the FDX. So they don't even get any information off their util. Cooking a nade is Hen. Going back down towards the center of the map. That one doesn't hit anything either. So still a lack of knowledge for Gallerus on how to try to assault this site. But the time is whittling down. And now has the bomb. It's got to be A.
And looks like it will be, but all of that nade conditioning through mid does have Stalwart again, just kind of wiggling back and forth, playing the backside of the site. They are playing for contact, not kills necessarily on the A site, but Skirt gets picked. Underneath, though, how about Cloven Reef still hanging onto the front doors? Gallerus cannot get in. It's just going to be down to what Zeus can find. Not a lot of time to really make much motion happen as he's in a 1v3. Type 63 out. FDX still playing deep. Opening shot lands, but there's the rest of the support, and Stalwart take a 2-0 edge. Getting it done quickly as we extend to minimal overtime.
Only takes the extra two to close things out for Stalwart Esports. They now have themselves that 2-0 lead, and yeah, I mean, as fundamentally sound as you could possibly imagine, and you feel that lack there, that hesitation for Gallerus really encapsulate in that final search and destroy round. Mostly being the decision to slide out, leaving one player to dry when you're challenging underneath that scaffolding. If it all happens at the same time, and you're able to at least overwhelm that player, play for the trade, and then look forward over towards Arches because that back CT area was already smoked off, you would have been completely fine to be able to take that 2v2, 3v2 down low. Lucasen had... It didn't matter much, if anything, at the end, as SCE now lead 2-0.
Yeah. And it's just, we'll reflect back on it, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
When you not just allow your opponent's best hardpoint map to stay in the pool, but you pick it as map 1,
Yep.
and then they get to go to their search pick? I mean, look, the news doesn't get much better than that for Stalwart, especially considering that the raid is coming up next, which they have shown quite a bit on. And most importantly is you just keep Gallerus off of their best control. So again, just the trends of how the picks and the bans went in the map selection definitely gives some favor to Stalwart just in general. But, it is a big but, cannot lie for all you 90s fans out there. You win this control, you're on an APOC, which you would have figured the ARs would start to really cook, especially how they're playing right now, and then you're on firing range, which is your map selection. So I would say that this series is far from over. 2-0 is a little deceiving due to the fact that it was a 15-point hardpoint and an extra innings search and destroy.
Yeah. I mean, a 15-point ending there in the hardpoint because we finally got to see the hard-studded setup of Gallerus of backs against the wall. But yeah, I mean, even in the search and destroy too, like you can't have asked for a closer series by scoreline and by definition alone. Both these two teams have been pressured their entire year so far to meet in this exact moment. But now they've got to load into that raid control. I mean, 16 kills from Lucasen is nuts. 5 of those in the first round of regulation. But this 2-0 scoreline is not what Gallerus was drawing up when they were doing whatever it was for this best of 5 veto process. Still completely confused about the Summit choice. But the Apocalypse, again, is what they're mostly trying to play for down in the future. So that way they can try to put themselves in a position to try to get the series rolling. I will say this much, because they are playing really, really well.
Yeah.
They're not hesitant as much through the majority of those rounds of what we saw versus Wolves on that firing range search and destroy. And they are playing with a certain amount of tempered aggression of what we got to see on that Summit hardpoint. It's just piecing it all together, man.
Yeah. We're going to have some time here to kind of chat as Mihawk was about to join us on the desk for a second. He just ran up and I think he's looking for the bathroom. It's not up here, tell you what. But it may give an opportunity for Gallerus to bust out their inner Kurt Signetti and coach themselves into this series. If you caught that reference, wow, we're best friends. Frammer's got no idea.
Not a Scooby, mate. Not a Scooby.
Oh, but seriously, this is one of those that it is going to be